life. Nothing is
Mm.
guaranteed. Now there were some other players that are on Manchester United's radar. Um, Carlos Baleba of Brighton, uh, Elliot
Yeah.
Anderson is also on the radar. So they might not if they're able to get any of those other ones, they might not be coming for they might not be
But that,
coming
but
for.
that's yeah, for Wharton or whatever. But that is the point, isn't it? That clubs like Man United, with the wealth, the money, the just the sheer impetus that they have as the massive club they are, will always pick off the best players from the lower teams. And this is it's not it literally is not a fair playing field. It's not a level playing field, is it? It's
No,
the
no.
clubs with all the money can do what they want, and they're most likely to win the league and the cups and things. So it's why it's such an achievement for one of the other clubs like us to win one of the cups. But yeah, it's just the way it is that Manchester United, Man City, if they go for a player, 9 times out of 10 they get them. They get them because they've got the resources and the clout to do that.
It almost feels as if they're punishing you for for winning the FA
Well,
Cup.
yeah,
You've won the FA
it
Cup.
does
Now we're
feel
gonna take
like that.
yeah. Now we're gonna take all your
Yeah,
players. We're gonna take all your
yeah.
players from you, so that you don't have you don't start growing too strong.
Too big for your boots. But I mean, in a way, the same thing happened to Brighton. Not that they, as our rival, not that they actually won the cup, but for 2 or 3 years they've had very good teams going back to when Graham Potter was there. Good passing teams, good players, and their players have been picked off a bit more than Palace's, I would say.
Mm.
From McAllister to Liverpool, and Dan Burn went to Newcastle, Trossard at Arsenal, and a lot of that team that did very well. I think they got to a cup final at some stage a few years ago. They were a good team, renowned for that. And what I would say, even as they are Palace rivals, they always seem to have managed to replace the good players they've lost, and there's more than even the ones I've named, with very good players. They seem to their system clearly works because they've never really had a drop off in their form since they were good. Going back a few years now, 5, 6, 7 years, they became very good, and they've never really dropped that off. I mean, they went above Palace at the weekend because they won. Who did they beat? They beat. Let me have a quick look from my note. They won 2-0 away to Forest, which again is quite a good result because Forest are no mugs. Now they've got Sean Dyche, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brighton are a classic example of a team that gets its better players picked off, and now they're playing in various clubs around the Premier League, and yet they're still a force. And even the managers, I mean, Potter left when he was highly rated, and he probably isn't quite so rated now, given what he did at Chelsea and West Ham. But he'll come back, I expect. He has a force as a manager. I'm sure. In fact, I think he's going to go to Europe, isn't he? Manage an international team, is it? Anyway,
Mm.
that's another subject. But they carry even their managers. They've carried on and have done very well. So they've got something which, and sometimes Palace have done that. But at the moment, we've got Pino in place of Eze. Well, you can't really compare him because Pino is a young guy who's not really fulfilled his potential yet, but he's doing okay, got to say. But we don't just replace a player like Eze overnight. But I would say Brighton seems to have done that with their better players who've been sold, and clubs can do it, which is probably why Glasner is a bit frustrated because we. Which is probably why Glasner is a bit frustrated because we seem to always do the transfers last of all in the windows.
Mm.
Whether that's to try and save money or what, I don't know. But anyway, I'm not knocking Palace, and I'm praising Brighton for what they a system they clearly are doing very well to replace their players. But yeah, as you say, when Manchester United come for a player, not least it's the player who thinks, "Wow, I grew up thinking Manchester United, one of the most famous teams in the world, and although they're perhaps not at their height at the moment, to say I've played for Man United is real something, really something, isn't it?"
It
So you
is.
can imagine the player's head is turned as soon as that interest is declared. So
Mm,
yeah, it's not easy being a feeder club, but then, as I say, you've got to be grateful for what you've got in life generally. But with your football team, I'm grateful that Palace have been a Premier League team now since 2013. We see all the best players, best teams coming there and away games. I'm going to Fulham on Saturday to see Palace play. They're actually playing at Burnley tonight, but I think I've left it a bit late to go up to Burnley from West Sussex. A long way to go. But I should be watching them on television, um, and hoping we repair the damage from Sunday and last Thursday.
yeah.
Let's hope we don't miss many chances tonight. But yeah, football is a wonderful game, and it's a great hobby. It's a great
Mm.
hobby. You get to see different parts of the country, or at least the football grounds in different parts of the country, and you see the best and all the teams coming to you from the Premier League. So yeah, I'm grateful for what I've got as a Palace fan. I've been a Palace fan for a long time, and there's never really been a better time to be a Palace fan because we've won things, and it's good. It's good stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
you won't hear me. You won't hear me complaining.
No, I can definitely see where you're coming from because Palace, if any team is playing Palace at least from last season and this season, any team comes up in a fixture and it's against Palace, they're scared. They are
Yeah.
scared. They're worried. It doesn't matter what team it is. They are genuinely
Mm,
worried because they know Palace is capable of,
yeah.
winning or, yeah. Now, I was just thinking about sporting directors. Does Palace have a sporting director at the moment?
Well, of course, we had Doogie Friedman for a few
Right.
years. Used to be our player years ago, Scottish guy, and then he managed Palace. Going back, I don't know when he left, but he then left us for Birmingham some years ago.